BrewTube, DJs here, back at you with yet another DJs BrewTube beer review. I've been working in the basement all day, so I'm down here doing some basement tapes, guys. Johnny and I were exiled down to here not so long ago. We had some great reviews, did the Parabola, some other beers, man. It was some good stuff. So, what do we got going on today? Well, I got a real special beer. I went to my bottle shop, saw my mates at Fish Paws, and I said, guys, you got something for me here, something that's neat. I'm looking for scamming for some cool beer. And they bequeathed to me some bottles of Flying Dog Barley Wine. Well, you say, DJ, I can get that every year, big deal. But I'm looking at the bottle in front of you, DJ, and it's a really small bottle. I haven't seen that for years. Well, there's a reason. Because this is a 2008 vintage barley wine, Horn Dog. Now, I'm going to be straight up with you. Horn Dog barley wine myself, as a barley wine person that I like a lot, Horn Dog is not my favorite. It's an English barley wine, but when it's fresh, it's a good barley wine, but it's not like one I'm saying, wow, it's knocking my socks off. I got to drink it all the time. However, the 2008 vintage won an award at the Great American Beer Festival, and their vintage or aged barley wine is really good. So it's one of those things that maybe you buy and you sell, or you try it once and say, it's not my favorite fresh, I'm going to let it develop. So, this is a 5-year-old barley wine. Okay, you can't just go on the shelf usually and buy this. The distributor who had it found a case, and my guys at Fish Paws got it. Thanks a lot, James and Nate, for hooking me up with this one, and I'm excited to drink this one. It's got the old style Canis Major cap on it. Right on the back here, I tried to take a photo of this for you guys. You won't be able to see it, but it says right here on the bottle, vintage 2008. And this is the small bottles. Like I said, they used to put them in 7-ounce bottles. Back in the day when, I guess, barley wine, this is a 10.2% alcohol by volume, I believe. Yeah, 10.2% alcohol by volume. And back in the day, that was a big killer one. So maybe 5 years ago, they felt they had to make smaller ones of this because it was so strong. Of course, heck, nowadays we can buy 20% beers, no problem, can't we, guys? But 45 IBUs on this. As you know, Flying Dog's out of Frederick, Maryland. So I'm going local and local vintage today. So, past few Flying Dog beers I've been happy with. I'm hoping I'll be happy with this because they can be hit or miss. I paid a pretty penny for this size of beer anyway. And let's get the cap off this bad boy. Boom. One pop, it's off. I'm glad because I wanted to keep this one. Oh yeah, you can tell this has been around for a while. If you can see, I'm not sure if you can on the camera, there's dimples on the top of the cap. Why? These caps are what they call, man, I can smell the barley wine's aroma wafting off top of this one big, but these kind of caps are oxygen scavenging caps, and when they scavenge oxygen, they'll dimple. That means they're doing their job, and there's oxidation of the beer, but it's been absorbed by this cap over time as this beer set for 5 years. So, got a snifter. This is my Duclaw's Devil Milk snifter, which is a snifter for barley wine, so I figured it would be apropos. Let's pour this straight down the middle, see if we get any head on this 5-year-older here. I don't think we'll get much. Boom. We'll save the rest. I'll swirl the bottom because we're definitely going to let this bad boy warm up. Actually, look at that. We actually did get a little bit of head on this one. Some bubbles. I didn't think we'd get much of anything. It's settling down real quick to a ring. When I swirl this, there's buku alcohol legs on this bad boy. I mean, it's coating the glass. It looks like syrup almost coating the inside of this glass, or honey. This is the perfect glass for this, a small one for this little 7-ounce bottle. They don't even make this size anymore. Like I said, it's 12 ounces now. So let's get a nose on this and see what we got coming in the aroma department. Wow. Big, big dark fruits. I wonder if they used an English yeast in this. They probably did. It smells like that. It's got that big dark fruit English ale yeast sort of esters, that fruitiness. Wow, man, this smells a lot like those fruity esters as you get off the Sam Smith's beers when you age them. A lot of like honey sweetness, raisins. Wow, almost like a bourbon-y smell to it, like a after dinner drink kind of. Some grape in there. Wow, really nice smell to this beer. It's the alcohol is present, but it's died down. The original version of this actually had a little bit of a hoppy smell to it when you drink this fresh. It's still big and fruity, but the booze in this beer when you buy it new is up in your face. That's all gone. it's 5 years. It's faded back into this beer, and if there's integration that's going to happen, it's happened in this beer. But man, it smells really lovely. The dark fruits and everything are really drawing me in, and as it warms up a little tiny bit here, it's about 48 degrees right now, so it's getting close. I let the bottle sit out for a little while before I started filming. But man, really nice smells. As it warms up some more, you got like plums and prune smell in here. So let's get a taste of this dark fruit bomb. Wow. Smooth as glass. Dark fruits, sweetness, caramel. There's absolutely no alcohol taste at all. There's a little bit of alcohol warming going down. But man, the flavor that's left in my mouth is like caramelized raisins or raisins with honey in them. Or honey on them. Maybe like if you have a cinnamon raisin sort of, or a raisin bread, and you have honey on it, or you put honey on your toast. Man. Wow, what a lovely beer that time has made this. I'm going to let this warm up some more. This is a really tasty beer. I'm going to swirl the bottom, see if there's any more yummies down. After 5 years, I imagine something settled in there. I don't mind a bit of particulate in my beer. Some of you guys do. You don't have to do that. But I'll be back in a little bit after I sit down on this and chill a while, because I've had a tough day working in the basement. And man, this is an awesome capper. Be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. I've been drinking this one down. I swirled the bottom when I was right. There was some yummies in there. Came out, clouded the beer up a little bit, sort of like hop haze almost. It's still a fairly clear beer, but it's that really dark, sort of ruddy river water color. Really, there's some mahogany hints in here. But this is a more red beer new that I can remember. It's been a lot of barley wine since I've had Horn Dog Fresh. But just a lovely beer. As it warms up, the dark fruits and maltiness and honey sweetness of this just intensifies. This would be an awesome after dinner dessert or after dinner accompaniment with dessert. The only thing that I'm sad about is it's a 7-ouncer. I wish it were a little bit bigger, but maybe that's why they make it in 12-ounce size now. I'm going to get some of these and I'm going to cellar them. I might drink one fresh just for kicks to see how it is, if it's like I remember still. But man, this beer is just really tasty, and I'm glad I bought 5 of them. So I'm gonna cellar these even longer, and I'm gonna see how they develop even more. At 5 years, they're just delectable. There's actually a little bit of, there's really good glass lacing with this beer. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'll get a little closer there. Really good glass lacing, and there's even for a 5-year-old 10.2% beer, there's actually a bit of, I don't know if you want to call it head or at least bubble film on top of the glass and around the ring, which on beers like this you don't even get that a lot of times, especially not a 5-year-old one. You can feel that there's still carbonation in it, but it just is a lovely tasting beer. The dark fruits, like I'm saying, I'm a real dark fruit fan of characteristics in beer, especially barley wine, and this one just hits those notes, and it's a really good representation of the English barley wine style now that is aged, and I can see why it won a medal at the Great American Beer Festival. So, what do I think? You hear me saying lovely and great and everything, so let's tell you what the other guys think. There's no grades on this beer. I look back into 2008 because they've been making this beer quite a while, and the grades on it from Beer Advocate were like 87, and Rate Beer, because they grade a bit higher, their scale's a little bit more lenient, 93. I'm going to say this beer is a straight up A. Okay, it's probably like a 94, 95, somewhere around there. I don't know if it's an A plus necessarily, but it is a really solid A beer, and it's one I would drink again, and it's one I'm glad I bought multiples of to savor and enjoy as the years go by. And maybe as I drink these down, I'll do reviews each time, say, hey, the 2008's back, something like that. One little funny side note I had noticed, the bottle popper is almost as big as the bottle for that the beer came in, if you see the size comparison. But little pony bottles like this, you don't see that much often either. So, hey, you know what? Awesome beer. Excuse me. I don't think you'll be able to find it. I'm glad I was able to review this for you because of that fact. there's not a lot of cellar beers being reviewed, and the ones that are fairly new. I mean, I don't have a whole big cellar too, but I was really fortunate to find this beer and glad that I could do this review for you guys today. And thanks a million for watching. I'll see you, as 2013 goes on here. We got more awesome beers coming. I'm going to try to find more cellar beer for you to review, pull more out of my cellar. I got about 3 years built up anyway. So, until the next time, remember what I always say, guys. Think globally, drink locally, like I'm doing today. Support the craft beer movement. Keep this thing growing, man. Help these guys want to still make beers that you can cellar like this and savor. And say, damn, that's an awesome beer. So until the next time, guys, what's that I always say? Oh, what is it? Oh, yeah. That's a big peace out.